It's that time again, time for another comic book review as Ghostbusters 101 issue number 5 is available starting today, both at your local comic book shop and digitally online. Now, it's no secret, I am absolutely loving this story arc. I love seeing the old team, the new team mingling together. So let's not waste any time this month. Let's crack open this comic and see where the story takes us. First up, we see a press conference is happening on the TV, and wait a minute, is that Ghostbusters 2016 director Paul Feig? You know, I'm actually shocked it's taken this long to actually get him into the comic book. But as I just mentioned, there is a press conference going on with the mayor and Walter Peck. And they actually acknowledge that the interdimensional rift that's combining the two worlds together is actually happening. You know, I guess though, with two Statues of Liberties appearing, it's a pretty hard thing to ignore. Right after that, we have polar opposites meeting as Holtzman comes face to face with Dickless himself, Walter Peck. Can you guess what happens? Hilarity. Hilarity ensues. Speaking of Holtzman, more importantly, the writers and the talented people behind IDW's Ghostbusters comic book series. Her character is absolutely perfect. From the look, from the writing, just perfect. Now, readers of the comic are going to realize that the whole interdimensional cross-rip pretty much happened because of the 101 rookie crew. And right now, both Ghostbuster teams are analyzing them to see if they can come up with any way that they can possibly close this interdimensional cross-rip. This leads to some clever writing featuring Abby and Aaron as they talk about slime, more importantly, the residue of slime and how easy it is to wash off. Because you know, for Aaron, it got in every crack, right? Every crack. We're presented with Venkman and Holtzman getting to know one another, and can I add, much like the film, Holtzman is stealing this entire comic. So good! We also see Patty's character getting fleshed out a little bit more as she uses her historical knowledge at the Woodlawn Cemetery during a potential bust. We then get a really nice build between Abby and Aaron, more importantly, their friendship. Now, this is something that is much more dominant in the Ghostbusters 2016 extended cut. If you haven't watched that and just watched the theatrical cut, you need to watch the extended version. Anyways, back to the comic book. Abby reveals that she's feeling a little bit inadequate as a paranormal investigator and scientist due to the original team being so far advanced in their research. As all this is going on, we go back to the cemetery to see the Ghostbusters dealing with a well of a situation. You get it? Because they're taking on a well ghost. A well of a situation. Now, I'm trying to leave out as much dialogue as I can because this continues to be one of the most well-written IDW comics I've ever seen. More importantly, one of the best IDW Ghostbuster comics yet. As the comic comes to a close, they have an idea, they have a feeling that they know how to make everything right again. And the issue even ends with a mention of something that happened way back in issue number 1. I love how they're tying this all together. So once again, guys, issue number 5 of Ghostbusters 101 is available starting today. And if you have not read any of 101 yet, do yourself a favor and just go out, buy them digitally if you want to, go to your local comic book shop, grab some of the back issues, because I am sure you are not going to want to miss what IDW Publishing has in store for you next month as the grand finale. Yes, issue number 6 drops. And as a special reminder, if you're going to go out and pick up issue number 5 of Ghostbusters 101, be sure to put issue number 6 on your pull list. As well, demand that your local comic book shop carries from IDW Publishing, Ghostbusters Answer the Call issue number 1, and Ghostbusters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 issue number 1, both coming later this year. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to read this spectacular comic book once again. There is so many little Easter eggs inside, and I will see you right back here next time on Ghostbusters News.
Back of my ambulance, pulling out the firehouse, I will handle it. Back off, man, I'm a scientist, and all this hardware I brought will fry 'em quick, because astral projections are quite ethereal, and not what you want when you eat your cereal. Accelerate protons, shorten streams, don't wanna get my face burns up, go team.